Good morning to you, Kirsty. We were all a little bit worried about him to begin with because obviously he went in late to the jungle. Sort of history has said whoever goes in late, it's kind of difficult for them to adjust. Was it hard for you to watch?
It was incredibly hard, actually. Those first couple of days when he was having a bit of a hard time, it was all a bit emotional, if I'm perfectly honest. And you could see it in him. He was a bit sort of... he knew, clearly, that there was a really tight bond amongst the other campmates before he went in. And that was always going to be quite difficult breaking into that. And then he was straight into doing one trial after another. And so, yeah, he didn't really have time to kind of find his feet. So it was tricky. But clearly now he's doing amazing. He seems really happy.
What sort of a guy is he, Kirsty? Because he seems very eager.
Eager. I'd say he is. He's Mr. Enthusiastic. He's always positive. He's always quite gung-ho about things. I think he said himself that he's a bit like a puppy dog, that wants lots of tummy tickles, and I'd say that sums him up perfectly. He really kind of wants people to like him. He wants to please, and so he's always, very keen, very pleased, very keen to sort of please, basically.
Do you think he would have been hurt by Larry's admonishing? He gave him quite a hard time, didn't he, outside the dunny?
He did, and I think he probably would have been, actually. I know he said, I think he went into the Bush Telegraph and said, you know what, a week ago that would have probably upset me, but I've come a long way since then and I'm OK with it. And I think, to a point, that was probably true. But maybe, deep down, he might have been a bit hurt by that. But Martin wears his heart on his sleeve, and I think if he was genuinely upset, we would have seen it. So I'm hoping that he has, through this process, kind of maybe toughened up a little bit and not taken things quite so personally.
Well, he's done really well on all of the Bushtucker Trials that he's had to do. Are you surprised at how brave he's been? I mean, we're watching him now put that horrible cockroach in his mouth. I mean, he's gone for it, hasn't he?
Unbelievable. I have to say, I mean, how he's done it, I just do not know. Unbelievable. I'm so proud of him because, he's just done things which I never imagined that he would be able to do. I think his own admission, he's not necessarily that physical. He's never particularly kind of competitive in that way, and yet somehow he's getting on and doing all this stuff. I mean, his biggest fear before he went in was the whole claustrophobia thing, being put in a dark space with horrible things being put in on him. And of course, what does he get on his first trial? Exactly that. And I'm sure he probably thought, you know what, I've done that, bring it on, I can do anything. And so from then on, clearly he's struggled. There's been a couple of times when it's not been easy, but he's done it, which is fantastic.
And what about
I'm sure his confidence is growing.
His health seems to have improved. He's using his inhaler less. Apparently he's carrying logs much easier.
Oh, well, I heard all this today, and that makes me so, so happy. I mean, a bit of an extreme measure to go to get in shape, but how amazing. He's not using his inhaler. I understand he's now stopped snoring, which, hallelujah, that's amazing. That's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, great news for you.
It's going to be quite a change.
We shall see how he gets on. Kirsty, thank you very much for joining us today, and we'll keep watching, and let's see if he can make it all the way to the final. Thanks, Kirsty.
Thank you.
Let's go on to another story about Larry now, where he said the women used to be like snakes.
There you go.
He might have been referring to Lady C.
Well, she revealed earlier this month that she had a dalliance with him. Now, some may say that she revealed a little bit too much information, saying he was pumping testosterone in all directions. She said Larry was absolutely rampant. He was a very naughty boy. Now, I wasn't sure about this, whether this was true or not. Oh, well, there's the picture of them two.
I think it might be.
So there you go. But I wasn't sure how true everything that she was saying. So I got her on the phone this morning.
Did you?
I thought I have to hear it from the horse's mouth. I wanted to ring her up. And she was full of praise. She said, he was a fabulous guy. And I said, Lady C is a very sexy older man. She said, well, darling, he was a very sexy younger man. Now, get on this, they met at the opening of the Ritz Casino in 1978. She said, they dated for a few months and then they remained friends for several years and then they drifted apart. So there you go.
Great story.
It's a good story.
It's a good story.
Jordan. Yes, so he revealed last night that he he's never touched a salad, and he doesn't like tomatoes. He doesn't drink water. He is in there because, you know, he has to survive. But I just wanted to take a moment to look at his incredible transformation, because since the start of Diversity, 2009,
Oh
he's
my
lost...
gosh.
Yes, that's the same dude.
I didn't even realise that.
He's lost a whopping 7 stone. It's
But also,
unbelievable.
he's a little boy there.
I know. I just thought it was a different guy. I remember the guy on the left, but now he's got his abs.
Look at him, now he's a man.
And now he's a man.
In our last couple of seconds, Carol.
Carol, yes. So she has been a dating website for toy boys looking for their mature and experienced older woman. They've got in touch with her agent, I'm not sure, and they've offered £250,000 to sign her up to their website. They think that the toy boys would love a chance to chat with Carol, so she's got a job lined up when she
I'm sure
comes
she
to
will
Carol.
jump at the chance.
Cougar Carol.
If you enjoyed that, there's more of the same right here. And make sure you subscribe so that you never miss the best moments from this morning.